Alright everybody, so now we are going to install Flask on the system. So we are going to install Flask. Okay, and to install Flask, it depends whether you are using. First I'm going to open CMD, that is command line interface, and it actually depends whether you are using Linux or Unix or Mac. I mean, what kind of operating system you are using. So based on the operating system, there are actually different commands for installing Flask on the system. Since I'm using Windows, so the command would be a little bit different. So for that, first I need to change directory. I need to come in C drive, and then the command is py-3. I'm giving space -m, then I'm writing pip and install Flask. So the command is py-3 py, I'm repeating again, py space -3 space -m space pip space install space Flask, and then I'm going to press enter. Okay, and make sure that your system is connected to the internet, because at the end of the installation you will receive a message saying successfully installed. Okay, and you can see collecting Flask and all of this. So actually here Flask is being installed, downloaded, and along with many other modules. Okay, and if you remember, I used okay, so it says successfully installed many all of these things. You're using pip version, however version this is available, you should consider. Okay, so what is pip here? So if you Google it, you can Google it. If you Google it, you can see pip is a de facto standard package management system used to install and manage software packages written in Python. Okay, and when you actually run these commands, when you run the command, it connects to the pypi website. You can Google this also. So pypi is the Python package index website, and it is a repository of software for Python programming language. So our Flask has been installed. Now we just need to check if it has been installed. So for that, I'm going to open my Python IDLE, and I will create a file where I need to type a code, and then I will run that code. And when I will actually write the code, I'm going to use, I'm sorry for the background noise, I'm actually going to use okay, all right. Okay, so yeah, I'm actually in South India. I'm from North, but I'm working in South, so yeah, I don't know, there has to be some kind of festival going on. So we will create a new file, and then I'm going to write a code. So I'm going to write from Flask import Flask. Now this Flask is name of module that we just downloaded, and this Flask, FLA with capital F, is name of the class. Okay, and this then I'm again write anything here. Let's say I will write, let's say, variable var equals. So we are going to create an object, and for that I hope you know this is how we create an object. You will write the name of the class, and then I'm writing name. This is double underscore. If you do not understand this, don't worry, I will let you know. I'm just going to check whether Flask has been installed or not. Then I'm going to use a decorator with the variable var dot route or root. I pronounce it route. def. I'm creating a function, maybe function1, and I am mentioning, so this arrow means, this arrow is used to tell what this function is going to return. So this function is going to return a string, so I will write str here, colon, and then I will write return, and then I will print a message, Flask has been installed. Okay, and then using the same object I'm going to run this app, and now I need to save it. So maybe I'll say first Flask. Okay, now let us run it. Okay, it says invalid syntax. Okay, it should be 1 here. Control S, save it, run it again. Okay, right. So here, as you can see, it says serving Flask app. Okay, first Flask lazy loading. I'll explain what that means. Environment is production environment, and then we are getting a warning. This is a development server. Don't use it in a production deployment. Use a production WSGI server instead, and then debug mode is off, and it is running it on 127 dot 001. All right. Okay, I need to create a few changes before actually running it, and yeah, and I'll explain those changes in the next video.